Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for May 2020. Now listen, Pisces, I started this about 2 hours ago, but then the battery ran out. So it's all here. I'm just going to start again, but the same cards because I'm not going to stop. So the energy around is the Five of Pentacles. So the energy for you for May is a bit feeling like locked out, left out in the cold, a bit of a sort of strange energy. It won't last for long, but you're just feeling a bit out of it, out of the loop. It's big change with any fives that come along in the tarot, the minor arcana. So let's see what this feeling left out in the cold is all about, because you're intuitive people. So if you are using intuition, I feel like you wouldn't feel left or left out sort of. Okay, let's see where you are right now. Two of Wands. So whilst you're feeling left out, actually you could be focusing on this Two of Wands to sort of make decisions about where you want to go next. There's options and potentials on the horizon. Wands is a progressive, positive, forward-moving energy, set of fire energy from the fire sign. The three fire signs. So it's about sort of fixing your eye on what you want to achieve. There's lots of things, potentials coming up for you, and make some decisions, because it doesn't matter where you go, whatever, you've got potentials, at least two at the end of this. So with that in mind, let's sort of focus on why you have these options and potentials and decisions to make at the moment whilst you're feeling a bit out of the loop. This is influenced by the world. So a cycle is definitely coming to an end. Now we know this card will affect the whole reading as well in this position. So it is coming to an end. So it's time to sort of put your head down and sort of really, or get your creative cap on and think, okay, what do I want to achieve after this? What can I do now to sort of make a progression through the next couple of weeks or however long? We don't know how long, but this indicates there is an end in sight of this particular cycle. So you want something concrete to come out of it. You want something creative. You want something positive. The background of this whole story is the Ace of Cups and the connection between yourself and other people that mean a lot to you. Your karmic souls, your karmic connections, maybe someone you've met that you can't meet in person at the moment, but they might be just there in terms of virtually. But also I think for you this is more about what you want to do next, potentially, like what's your emotional feeling about where you want to go next. And I feel like this is probably where you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm not really sure where I want to go after this lockdown's finished. I want to do something meaningful. I want to do something for the true nature of my Piscean intuition. So using intuition very strongly at the moment. It's been around, so use it, Pisces. You are the people in the zodiac that are the most intuitive. Recent influences, we have the star, so there's no mistake about where we all are. We're on that path of life, and as long as we move forward, always, we can't go wrong. It's when we dwell, look back, get stuck, that becomes a problem. So moving forward always with the star. And this is very much an Aquarian energy, and we are very much in an Aquarian sort of cycle at the moment. It's independent, it's new, it's inventive, it's very sort of daring as well, but it's about people that want to move forward in life, not just cling on to the past, because the past's gone. So just move forward, Pisces. The lesson you're learning. Seven of Pentacles keeps coming up for everyone. So this is standing back and reviewing what you're doing for work, your life, your whole routine. What you know, what do you want to change? What don't you want? What do you want to get rid of, and what do you want to replace it with? It's the Seven of Pentacles. It's standing back and looking at a body of work that you've created. It's like a hiatus in a way. It's like just going, okay, I just half painted a beautiful mural. I need to step back and have a look how I can, you know, sort of enhance it. So it's the time of sort of review. But it's Pentacles, so it's your work, it's your routine, it's how you live. And that goes for all of us. It's like review time. That's your lesson, Pisces. How do you want to live when everything opens up again? Near future, the Two of Cups. And being truly connected to something that you karmically should be doing, or somebody that you're karmically really connected to. It's, you know, relationships, things like this, but it also can be a lifestyle as well. It can be something where you really feel like you fit perfectly in that emotionally, and emotions are so important to you people because you are feeling people. So that's coming up in the, you know, second to third week of, well, maybe second week of May, whatever, whenever it happens for you. But there is that beautiful Two of Cups, sort of the promise of a really nice emotional fit with a person, or even a career change, or whatever it might be, something you really want emotionally, which will benefit you. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. Yeah, it's a very slow-moving energy. It's a healing energy at the moment with the Knight of Pentacles. We all keep getting this card. It's healing, it's slow-moving, it is all those things. However, we have to sort of reset and readjust to a slower, more healing way of life for Earth. Pentacles being Earth. Looking around the world, everything's coming back to sort of life. The canals, the smog and the pollution are all dissipating. Singapore is clear as a bell. Venice, China, you know, this is a slow-moving healing energy, Pisces, and you're very worldly people and very intuitive, so you know that's what's happening. So this can only be a good thing to benefit the planet on which we spin. How others see you? Yeah, King of Coins. So capable of almost anything you want. This is sort of almost like your polar opposite of Virgo, this King of Coins. So you've got that potential too to really do well in terms of your earthly concerns and work and doing well, reaching the top. He's King of Coins is one of those people. He's like an architect. Slowly but surely he just reaches to his goal. And people see you as this too, because you've got that nice polar opposite of Virgo, which a lot of you would have a bit of that in you as well. It's your opposite sign. But that's how people see you. They don't see you floundering around and feeling like left out and worrying about things that we can't control. They see you as very much in charge. So listen to that one, Pisces. And you see you've got the Knight here and then the King, so you're sort of really learning to become more grounded and focused as well. What you're feeling positive about is the Two of Swords, so you can't make a decision yet, but hey, no, none of us can actually. We're all blindfolded in terms of, well, if we listen too much to the bombardment of the media around the Western world completely, well, particularly, we do feel like that, because we're getting many sort of different variations of whatever. Trust your feelings, Pisces. Don't listen to too much of the chat and chatter. You know, turn the TV off. Stop being bombarded by what may be. No one really knows. Well, certain people do, but, you know, we're not talking about that kind of thing. We're talking about universal sort of, you know, wisdom of just going with the flow. So there's no need to feel blindfolded and, you know, stuck. You're not stuck. Use your intuition. Plug it back in. You are the masters of it. So I ask you, please do that. Don't use logic, you guys. It will get you nowhere except frustrated and feeling left out once again. Okay, final card. Injustice. So karmic law comes in. Balance is restored. Everything is as it should be. So this is by the end of May. And we're working on universal principles here. We're not working on human authority and humans thinking that they, just because they've got more money, which equals power, means something. As we can see, it doesn't really. So the universe is saying, yeah, what goes around comes around. So whilst we're all stuck at home, the earth is actually healing, and so are we. So a really good outcome if you can just get your head around your intuition rather than, you know, feeding into the rhetoric of the news channels that are all just vying for their own, you know, ratings. So go back within, Pisces. Okay, that's that. I'm only going to do short readings because people don't listen to most of it from my research. So now we're going to have a look at your Buddha reading card for May, your advice, your message for Pisces. You've got happiness. The very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. Seek happiness. Happiness can only be experienced when the mind is quiet and the heart is open to making pure connections with your own true self, other people, and the world around you. This kind of happiness is only attainable by your sincere values of serving, giving, sharing, and creating for mankind's higher evolution. I beg you, you couldn't have picked a better card. Thanks so much for listening, Pisces. Talk to you at the end of May.